I guess you clicked on this video because you are looking to increase your brand's average order value. And so I want to show you how nine-figure brands are using cross sales in their cart to increase average order value, but also conversion rate. Because I've got a very good example here of a test that I ran for a client earlier this month on Intelligems. And as you can see, it was actually a cross sell in the cart test. And not only did we increase average order value with this test, but also conversion rate. I'll explain you a bit later why that happened exactly. And this is what you can get with really good cross sells. So just before we check what those nine-figure brands are doing, I like to explain cross sells using the analogy of French bakeries. So I don't know if it's the same in the rest of the world, but in France, when you go to a bakery, you say, like I want a baguette or I want a sandwich. And then when you're about to pay, usually the baker will ask you, and I'm saying usually, but I think it's like 100% of the time, they usually say, et ce sera tout? Or I think they say, et avec ceci, which literally means, is that all? Or which means, are you going to add anything with your order? And this is like incredibly powerful because it's like a short sentence that everybody is so used to hear all the time. It's just like, for example, in here, like you may also like, often bow together. It's the same type of phrase that we hear all the time. But like in the French bakery, it's like you come to buy a sandwich, a baguette, whatever, and you always end up buying pastries like croissant because they're just in front of you. They're cheap. And also you buy coffee because the coffee machine is right behind the baker. Sometimes you also go away with like orange juice or whatever. And it's just like, for example, when you're at the gas station and you're putting some gas in your car and then you're going to pay. And very often at the cashier, like there is, water bottle, there are chewing gums, there are stuff to clean your car, and all of those make sense, right? Because like you're on the road, so you're most likely thirsty, so you most likely want to buy drinks. Usually there are snacks, chewing gums, all that. Like cross sales have to make sense. That's like the main thing we need to understand about cross sell. It's just like you go to McDonald's and you buy just a burger, and they will always say, "Do you want French fries with your burger?" This is how it should be. It's not like throwing a random product in the cart and expecting people to just buy because it's there. And I feel like the majority of Shopify brands really suck when it comes to cross sell because they just put any product they have in the cart and expect people to buy. So let's see what the nine-figure brands are doing different. True Classic is a very common example. They have a progress bar. You add the bestseller to cart, and it stops right before the threshold to get the free shipping. So obviously, here adding the cross-sell to cart is a way for you to get the free shipping, right? That's like probably one of the most common strategies. We will see it also in here with Bombas. But yeah, it's probably the simplest one you can do. So it's like if you have a bestseller that is $60, you will put your free shipping threshold maybe at like $65, and then you will have a cross sell that is maybe just $5-10, and so here they're selling boxers and it's like more than 60% off apparently. So it's very enticing. It makes sense. You prefer to get something else in your cart rather than pay shipping, obviously. Then we've got Oats overnight. And here what they do is that you can choose the quantity of meals that you want in your cart. So 16, 24, or 32. And this adapts to the quantity you have in your cart. So for example, here we have 24. And obviously you get the free shaker. You get the quantity of oats that you're going to buy. And here they're offering you to add some protein packs, which obviously makes sense that because most of the time if you get the instant oats, you'll want to add some protein here. So this is like the most logical upsell, cross-sell that we could make with this. So for just $30 more, you get a pack of protein to use with all the packs that you're buying. Then we've got PetLab Co. PetLab Co. So here, this is white powder for dogs. And here, what they're cross-selling is, again, a product at 50% off, dental finger wipes. Again, that makes a lot of sense. And here they are framing it as exclusive deals, one-time purchase, and won't be added to your subscription. So yeah, that's just another way like to have something that is highly congruent with your main product. Another way, this is especially true for clothing, especially for women who like to buy, like the top and the bottom in the same color, for example. Here we've got, if you take the no-show tongue, you can get the no-show bra. When you add this to cart, it adds automatically those, and they're using the same strategy as True Classic, which is you add one more product and you get the free shipping threshold. So yeah, pretty much the same strategy as here, but the way to do it is different. It's just like having matching. For example, here it could be classic crew t-shirts, and here we could have classic crew shorts, for example. That would be the same idea. Then for Ruggable, I love this one because this is like, you cannot say no. It's like you buy a rug online. So there is this option here. You can get a pad for $130, but this is the cross-sell that I believe everyone is adding. It's like you're already going to pay $400, and for just $20 more, you can get a spot cleaner and stain remover, and it's from the same brand, so you expect that this is best suited for their quality. So yeah, it would be a nonsense to not take this cross-sell. So that's a very good one. And then finally we've got Fashion Nova, and here in Fashion Nova I added to cart bracelets. And in the same style, in the gold color, you see they're recommending other jewelry that could pair well with this one. I think this is a ring. Yeah, looks like necklace, and then earrings. So you see, like all of those can be bundled together. Again, it is things that really make sense together. So hope you've got some inspiration from this. I'm going to put the Figma in the description, but you can just go to their website and test for yourself. But I think those are really good case studies. And if you're wondering about the test that I run with Intelligems, so here what happened is that it's a cross-sell that I added in the cart, and we found that during the post-purchase survey that people were concerned about the product, like the main product that people took out, like the bestseller of the brand, that could potentially break. And so I framed the cross-sell as the best protection to make sure that the product is going to last the longest. And doing so, we got a small increase in average order value because obviously we're saying that cross-sell, but we got a way better conversion rate because people get reassured and they think that, okay, if I take this cross-sell, my product is going to get protected. And so that tame the fear that they have about this. And so as you can see, we've got a lower abandoned cart rate and a higher checkout begin rate. So this is the data for those who are wondering about it. This is StatSig run test for 2 weeks. We've got plenty of data in the test. So hope you got some value from this video. Please subscribe and put a thumbs up if you think this was valuable. And I'm going to put more content like this in the future. So take care and see you in the next one. Cheers.